Casper Police Department, at the request of the Wyoming Highway Patrol, is conducting an investigation into a series of traffic collisions that occurred this morning. At approximately 8:59 a.m. this morning, the Wyoming Highway Patrol trooper observed a vehicle pass him. He was in the area of CY and Poplar. The vehicle passed him between 90 and 100 miles an hour. The trooper attempted to catch up and stop the vehicle. He had his lights and siren activated. The trooper wasn't able to get very close to the vehicle as it continued to speed and travel down its path into downtown. The speeding vehicle turned onto Center Street and continued to drive excessively fast. In the area of the 500 block on Center Street, the vehicle actually drove up onto the sidewalk on the east side of the road. As it was driving down the sidewalk, it struck a light pole, knocking it over. It knocked a fire hydrant over. And in the area of 5th and Center Streets, the vehicle struck a pedestrian that was on the sidewalk. The result of that collision ended the life of that pedestrian. After striking the pedestrian, the vehicle continued down Center Street, veered across the road, and drove into the side of the Goodstein building, where it lodged inside the building. Once inside the building, the suspect's vehicle stopped, and he was taken into custody from there. An interesting note on this is that at approximately the exact same time that the trooper called out that the vehicle had sped past him, our dispatch center had received information from a citizen calling in that a car was driving recklessly in the area of Granner Ford near CY. The citizen described the vehicle as driving around 80 miles an hour, driving through the median, and extremely dangerous. Dispatch was in the process of airing that call to a CPD officer just as the trooper was calling out that he'd been passed by this vehicle. This case is still in the preliminary phases. It's under investigation. There are multiple aspects to it. The driver was taken to the Wyoming Medical Center, sustained minor injuries. Blood and urine have been collected from the driver so we can determine chemical analysis of his blood and urine. And the suspect is in our custody at this time. Suspect driver was a 38-year-old male. He was the only occupant of a full-size Chevy pickup. And there were no other persons in that vehicle at the time. One thing that we would ask is that anybody that saw any aspect of this, either from the speeding vehicle out on CY or anything that surrounds the accidents themselves on Center Street, we would ask that you call the Casper Police Department, request to speak to an investigator, and you can reach us at 235-8278. Your information will be very important to us.